Hey there everybody, welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Puborama, and in today's video, we'll be talking about the Agency, one of the best businesses in all of Grand Theft Auto Online, and this week it's even better. You can earn $2 million upon completion of the Dr. Dre VIP contract, and you have double money on security contracts. Plus, the Agency, all upgrades and Amani Tech conversions are 30% off, which is insane. I'll be letting you know everything you're going to need to in today's video. Let's start off with purchasing an agency, and this is incredibly easy to do. Go over to Dynasty 8 Executive and you'll see the agencies available. Now mine are half off because I have GTA Plus, but if you have no GTA Plus, you're still getting a 30% discount. We can see Howick is the most expensive at 2.8 million normally, and then I would recommend to get the Vespucci Canals. This is the location I own. I think it's in the best area for going around the whole map, and the garage is really easy to get into. But if you're looking for a cheaper location, I would definitely get the Little Seoul location. It's normally 2,010,000. It's still a very good area, and with 30% off, you're going to be looking at like 1.3, 1.4 million. When it comes to upgrades, obviously art, wallpapers, and highlighting are all cosmetic and not necessary. The armory is quite nice. It gives you a Mark II workshop, and it gives you the ability to buy armor, which is great if you want to set your spawn location here and purchase armor every day. But at the same time, it is expensive, so I wouldn't recommend to buy this immediately unless you have some extra spending cash. The main two things you're definitely going to want to get is accommodation. This is fairly cheap at only $275 base, and it allows you to set your spawn location in the agency, which I would highly recommend to get. And then the vehicle workshop is a must-have. Yes, it's expensive, but it is by far one of the most important purchases in the game. And the reason why is because the vehicle workshop gives you the ability to upgrade Imani Tech vehicles to get not only that missile lock-on jammer, but the durability to survive upwards of 10 homing missiles, which is insane. Looking at a 30% off discount, you can probably get this building for around 1.9 million. That's a pretty inexpensive purchase. I mean, that's the same price as the average sports car, and you're getting a whole frickin' property. So let's start off with the garage, because you do get a garage with the agency, and I think it's a 20-car garage, which is quite nice, especially because this is where I store all of my Imani Tech vehicles, which is fantastic, and this will also give you an idea of the Imani Tech vehicles that currently exist in the game. So we can see, if we make our way just down one level, all of my Imani Tech vehicles. We have the Granger, we have the Obey Ominous EGT, we got the Deity, the Jubilee, ooh, I love myself the Virtue. These are all absolutely fantastic vehicles. And then if we actually make our way one level lower, we can see some of the fastest Imani Tech vehicles in the game. The fastest being all the way down here, the Monstrosity, Buffalo EVX, and the Gradiatali Stinger TT, which can go a whopping 168 miles per hour, which is kind of insane. So we got some great Imani Tech vehicles. In fact, the Paragon S and the Gradiatali Stinger TT are both 30% off this week, so I would highly recommend to take advantage of that. And if you're looking for a cheaper Imani Tech vehicle that is still discounted, the Enos Jubilee, which is located right here, is also 30% off, and I think it's only a $1.2 million base price, so yeah, actually a really, really good purchase. It's a fantastic SUV, and it's still a great overall Imani Tech vehicle. But yeah, this building comes with a garage automatically equipped. After we've taken a look at the garage, we can now make our way to the base level of the agency and talk about the capabilities here. Now, what's great about the agency is it kind of has everything you need right at level 1. First of all, you have snacks right in the front. This is great if you're ever needing snacks, not that you ever really need to, because every business now has snacks, but as you can see, you have snacks located right in the front of your agency, super easy to get to, no issues there. When you start up a mission, you can immediately exit via a personal vehicle, which is located inside of your agency garage, or you can take out a helicopter, which is amazing. And it gets even better because there's an SUV service. Travel to a location of your choice in the company SUV. So let's say I, for some reason, want to go across the entire map to Sandy Shores. Normally, to go there, I can either take out an agency helicopter or I can drive there. But using the SUV service, the game will cut to black, and then in 5 or so seconds, it's going to cut back into us being at Sandy Shores. This is obviously huge, and it makes life really nice. There you go. You can see we are now in Sandy Shores. And funny enough, if you kill the driver of this vehicle like I've done right here, you can actually now use the SUV. And as you'll notice, it has a Monitech armor. Now, what I've been told in the chat is that if you do not buy the vehicle workshop, the agency SUV will not have a Monitech armor, so that is something to keep in mind, but still, I now have a Monitech vehicle that is fully upgraded that I can drive around the map, which is absolutely fantastic. And it gets even better, because if you're not at your agency and you still want to have a free Monitech vehicle, you can simply call Franklin on the phone like I'm doing right now, and when he picks up, you will have the option to request a company SUV. If I call the company SUV instead of using this one, which is already quite damaged, the game is actually going to spawn a personal SUV that'll be visible at all times on the map for me, so we can see in just a couple seconds here. There you go. Now I have a personal, fully upgraded SUV. The glass is semi-bulletproof, as you can see. It has the Monitech armor padding. It has a missile lock-on jammer. And you can get all of this just by simply purchasing that $500,000 upgrade, which is the upgrade station. So kind of wild that you get all of this, and you don't even really need to buy the Jubilee then, but the only downside is you can't really use this in missions. But the Jubilee is available in most missions anyway. So yeah, kind of insane. Would highly recommend to get your hands on this vehicle. With that being said, now we can make our way back over to the agency, and we can actually talk about how you earn money. And there's a couple different ways. First of all, we have the security contracts. This is the most basic way to earn money, but it gets really good. And that is because security contracts also give you a direct passive income cash flow. So you can see I have a wall safe amount right next to my face. It says wall safe $0 right now. And that is because I've just recently collected my money, and it's obviously sitting at 0. But this is the wall safe. Every 48 minutes, it will fill up with up to $20,000. That's $25,000 an hour. And the best part about this income is it never decreases. Every other business in the game, apart from the arcade and the garment factory, will decrease in their passive earnings over time. Not the case for the agency. You have to complete 200 security contracts for the maximum of income, which is $20,000 every 48 minutes. And every 5 security contracts you complete, I think earns you like $200 of passive income. So basically, just keep doing them, especially because this week you're getting double money on those security contracts. Now, I'm actually recording this before the event week goes live, right after the information has been public. So the payments for me are still normal. But if you were doing this tomorrow, or at the time you're watching this video, these payments, instead of being $37,000, which you can see, would actually be $60,000, $70,000, some of which pay $40,000, like this one here. I've actually had security contracts that are Specialist Plus that go even higher into the $50,000, $60,000 range. So you can be completing these security contracts. It's only take 3-ish minutes, and you can make easily $100,000+ on them. By the way, if you want to skip the cooldown for security contracts, all you need to do is go to online, find new session, and go into a public lobby. We can actually see this video I recorded the other day where it says there's a short delay before you can accept another security contract right at the top of the screen. And you're going to notice I go right into online, find new session, public lobby. So if you're in an invite-only lobby and you load into a public session, for some reason, it completely removes the cooldown. And if you have your spawn location set to the agency, it's only going to take like a minute to load into a new lobby. And the best part is, once you go into a public lobby, you can repeat the same process into an invite-only. So once you're on cooldown again, you can just swap back into an invite-only lobby, which takes like 20 seconds tops. This completely gets rid of the 4-minute cooldown you normally have to wait upon completing one of these security contracts, making your life a heck of a lot easier when trying to earn that maximum passive income of the 200 security contracts, which is obviously really, really nice to take advantage of. Now, the other way you can make money with this business is the Dr. Dre VIP contract, which we can see here. Now, the Dr. Dre VIP contract is super simple. You have to go through 11 missions in total. You have 9 that you can access on this page here, and then the final 2 are going to be with the golden F located inside of my agency. You're going to see a golden circle right here. And I'm actually going to be streaming this completion later. But yes, upon completing the Dr. Dre VIP contract, I won't lie, the cutscenes are incredibly annoying for the VIP contract. Sitting through that DJ Pooh scene where they make a rap song, it's cool the first time, it's already annoying the second time, and having to go through it like 8,000 times, it's annoying. But at the end of the day, even with the cutscenes added in, you can complete the entirety of the Dr. Dre VIP contract as a fairly decent player in around an hour and 10 minutes. In fact, I have a whole guide, which I'll link in the description, where I completed it just about 2 weeks ago and showcased every single tip and trick on every single mission. And upon completion, you're going to be looking at a $2 million payout. So yes, this pays more than the Cayo Perico heist per hour. This pays more than any other method unless you're glitching the game. And there you go. There's that $2 million payment, which is crazy good. And then that brings us to the final way that you can earn money, and that is payphone hits. Payphone hits are honestly fantastic. And the reason why is because they are very quick and they pay a boatload of cash. All you have to do is call Franklin on the phone and request a payphone hit. Now, some people have told me that they aren't able to do this because you have to complete one as a leader. If you have that prompt, it basically means you haven't ever done a payphone hit before. So you just have to drive around until one appears randomly, and then you can complete it, and then you'll be able to call Franklin after your first one has been completed. Payphone hits are super quick to do. At worst, it's taking you 5 minutes, and at best, you're finishing them in 2 minutes. We can see this payphone hit here. All I have to do is follow the target in their ZR380 until the intimidation bar right next to me goes up, and then once it reaches the max level, they die. That's it. So far, there's 13 minutes of time remaining, and done. Now all I have to do is leave the area. Now, if you have GTA Plus, you're making times for money on payphone hits this week, which means you're making, actually this whole month, which means you're making $180,000 upon completion. However, because the bonuses for payphone hits have now gone away for most normal players, it means you're going to be earning $45,000 upon completion. It's still a solid amount of money for a very, very quick mission, and it's great. So yeah, I would highly recommend to take advantage of payphone hits as well. At the end of the day, the agency is one of the best businesses in Grand Theft Auto Online. You get a free helicopter, you get a free Amani Tech vehicle that you can call in whenever you want. It's only a $1.9 million purchase with the upgrades I showed. It earns an insane amount of money, and there's no upgrades you have to get after you buy the property, unlike passive incomes. So yeah, the agency, if you don't own one, get your hands on it. It is literally the most important purchase as a beginner you can make. And even if you're an experienced player, obviously taking advantage of the double money on security contracts or the massive payment on the Dr. Dre VIP is hugely beneficial. And if you haven't maxed out that passive income yet, you need to, because I have earned legitimately tens of millions of dollars just by collecting my passive income on the agency while doing live streams and just playing the game in general with friends. It's a great way to pay for your ammo or any other normal expenses without lifting a finger. So if you enjoyed today's video and you want to see more guides like this, maybe I'll even make another Dr. Dre guide for this week, please consider smashing that subscribe button down below, as it obviously helps out the channel a lot. Otherwise, I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.